It'll take a couple more minutes for all those bases and all those advantages to kick in, since he probably is not going to be taking too many more Baby. Maybe he'll take the 12 o'clock position if he's got excess minerals or something, but that's about it. And a bunch of vultures for Baby have actually wandered into this natural, or this mineral, only for C, and have picked off a bunch of SCVs. It looks like they probably picked up about a half dozen SCVs or so, and then having a little bit of a vulture fight, taking down a couple of the vultures. So a nice little attack there by Baby, and he looks like he's also going to try and stop this command center from coming up. Those tanks are in range, he might actually be able to do so. That's a pretty awesome attack by Baby. If he's able to stop that 6 o'clock from coming up for C, that's huge. And a Valkyrie has been produced by Baby. That's kind of interesting. To counter maybe all these wraiths, since there are 3 of them. Maybe he's yeah, just kind of interesting to see the Valkyrie included into that. That makes it a huge gas investment to produce. So kind of surprising. And this dropship is scouted out by those SCVs at the 9 o'clock position. So Baby does know that this is coming. I'd love to see a reaction of some form from him, whether it's moving the vultures that are already there, or the tanks, or something. And here he comes, bringing his vultures in to defend, trying to take down that tank, and not having the best of luck so far. And C taking this opportunity to attack in the middle of the map with his tank force as well. So a good attack here by C, diverting Baby's attention and then trying to attack into the middle of the map. He looks like so far C definitely is doing a better job in the middle of the map in terms of taking it, but Baby just is doing so well economically. So many bases, so many gas expansions. He's doing fantastic in that respect, and you wonder whether or not C will be able to maintain this type of assault as the tanks start canceling each other out, as things just start blowing up too much. Yeah, we do have +1 weapons on both sides. If one of them can get +2, that is the big that is the point when things start to change. Is that +2 weapons upgrade lets tanks take down other opposing tanks in 2 shots rather than 3. And Baby is taking the top right natural expo, and that would be his 5th gas. And C is trying to take the 9 o'clock expansion to get his 3rd gas. He still does not have the 3rd gas, and it's definitely got to be a concern for C. It doesn't look like he knows about any of the bases on the right side at all. So yeah, I don't know if he realizes just how far behind he is economically, but he is, and he needs to do something about it. Continuing to push. Maybe he just thinks he's doing better than Baby overall with his macro and things. Maybe that's what he thinks is going on, but unfortunately it's not for him, and C could actually end up paying for this. He's starting to crawl towards Baby's base, but it's very, very slow going. Looks like the barracks for Baby was blown up, so he's having to reproduce it in his main. And a lot of Goliaths have been mixed in for Baby, actually. Maybe a little too much Goliath play. And it looks like Baby with a couple of dropships dropping units off at the 3 o'clock or at the 9 o'clock position, going to stop this base from coming up as well. So yeah, C just completely not being allowed to get a third gas up. Finally, a vulture gets a scout on seeing these bases at the top right, and she's like, oh shit, there's a couple bases up there. Pardon my French, but it's got to be kind of an oh no moment for him. And C looks like he's going to try and defend this 9 o'clock position. It's going to be close. That vulture mine could be very, very bad. It does blow up. Could have been much worse. Could have actually blown up a lot of SCVs, but not quite even doing that. And a couple more dropships for Baby coming in here with a few more tanks trying to protect this, or trying to take this down, and not able to do so. So C with the good defense here is going to take this base, and is finally going to get his 3rd gas up. He does have, I mean, obviously this is a well-known base. He's going to have to get some turrets up to defend against the dropship play. But does he have the money to do so? He does have that mineral only, so he is going to be able to produce turrets. But it's just a question of whether or not those are turrets that he can afford to produce, and then fall behind in terms of the overall economics again. Because this is yet another base being taken by Baby, the bottom right main. Baby is not even trying to take the field, really, using these dropships and just trying to delay C every second he can. But at this point, so many bases have kicked in for Baby at this point that he just has so many units. He just has so much stuff that he can be producing. He can counter and overpower C somewhat in a lot of locations if he wants to, and at the same time still be spending this money on expansions, taking the 12 o'clock, it looks like, taking the bottom right main. He's just, I can't see C coming back from this. This is too much from Baby. Too many bases, too much of it has been taken for more or less for free, and C is just falling so far behind. I don't know if there's really a TVT, you know, emergency, how do I get back into a game button. There really isn't one. It's not an easy thing to do. And Baby coming here looking to continue to break down C's army. And this job maybe not the wisest, not doing the most damage, but still, I mean, it really doesn't hurt Baby that incredibly much to lose that battle. He still has all these bases going, has all those factories producing, and he's still in a good spot. We're getting to the point where the mains and the naturals will probably be starting to get low, particularly for C. We could see his main and natural, particularly his main, probably mined out or close to mined out right now. His natural probably not in the best of shape. Baby at the top right throwing down a bunch of factories. A lot of times you'll actually see Terran players throw down a bunch of starports at a second main. Now they go BCs or mass rates. But it looks like Baby's just going to go with the vultures and the tanks. Stick with the ground troops for now, and not convert into that aerial fight that can be very effective. A bunch of vultures getting to this mineral, only again picking off a bunch more of SCVs, another few SCVs going down. And C's just, I think C just doesn't even know how dead in the water he is, but I cannot foresee C coming back from this. There's so many factories, so much money pouring in for Baby. He's just so far ahead. Just needs to close this out, and C not even attacking this last vulture, which is pretty bad. Wraiths and then Valkyrie taking down this, trying to take down this this engineering bay, which is pretty funny. And here's the first-person view from C once again. He knows about the top right main and natural, doesn't even, and I think he knows about the 12 o'clock. He still doesn't know about the 3 o'clock or the bottom right main. The 3 o'clock is basically mined out. That's how long that base has gone unnoticed, is that it's mined out. And here we have Baby's first-person view, and it looks like he's close. Is that close to max out? I think that's a 192. The OGN symbol is right over the top of it. Looks like he's doing great macro-wise, but that looked like it was a 192, basically a maxed out army, and everything just going into his coffers at this point. And here comes a drop from Baby at this natural, the mineral only, sorry, and trying to do some damage here, and a counter drop coming in from C, and it looks like Baby's actually going to win against the counter drop, as he's got some reinforcing tanks up to the south as well. So Baby doing a really nice attack here, just sticking to his guns, just keeps on rolling, and these factories at the top right not doing much of anything. But once they kick in, once Baby remembers that they exist, once they start lighting up, that'll be a big difference. Again, and Baby coming in here for another drop towards the 9 o'clock position, looking to maybe take this this base down. Not this drop is not going to be enough for it, but GG from C. Actually, it is, because the +2 weapons from Baby, but that's going to be a GG from C. A pretty dominating victory for Baby. A little bit longer because it's a TVT, but Baby pretty much dominated C throughout that game. C had no idea what was coming his way. Baby, time and time again, got his punches in and played a fantastic game. So Baby coming away with the victory, and that gives WeMadeFox a 3-2 lead, and we're going to head on to set 6. If this is going to go to an ace match, MBC is going to need a win, and they're going to be sending out Hyun on Aztec to play against Pure for WeMadeFox. So this should be a pretty exciting game 6, and yeah, MBC really needs to get a win if we're going to see an ace match.